came northbound
Yes.
on Hoyle, there was nothing saying road closure or anything like that. So I proceeded to come.
For northbound, ma'am, there isn't.
Pardon?
For northbound Hoyle, there isn't.
Because there was no signs. So.
Because
So-
southbound is closed.
Well,
Neither were
there
closed, as far
wasn't
as I
any
know.
signs. Anyway, so.
I would
It's
say
a hate crime. On top of that,
Are you gonna let me talk, or are you gonna tell me how to do my job?
I don't know, are you gonna start listening to what I'm saying?
If
And
you
not
make
treating-
sense.
And not treating me like I'm guilty of something?
Okay, so
That's how I'm
here's
feeling.
Here's where we are right now, so we're clear, okay? The road for southbound Hoyle is closed. That's why they have 5 people up there. That's 1. 2, northbound, no problem. You've already said you had no problem.
Confused. Could you go, couldn't you go? There was no guaranteed answer.
There was no sign.
I've already
Okay.
said that to them.
Right?
If there's no sign saying that the road's closed, then that
very
becomes an
difficult.
issue. But again, I don't have the opportunity to say this stuff to you. You didn't even introduce yourself to me. You didn't.
Okay.
Confused. Could you go, couldn't you go? There was no guaranteed answer.
There was no sign.
I've already
Okay.
said that to them.
Right?
If there's no sign saying that the road's closed, then that
very
becomes an
difficult.
issue. But again, I don't have the opportunity to say this stuff to you. You didn't even introduce yourself to me. You didn't even introduce yourself to me. You didn't.
Confused. Could you go, couldn't you go? There was no guaranteed answer.
There was no sign.
I've already
Okay.
said that to them.
Right?
If there's no sign saying that the road's closed, then that
very
becomes an
difficult.
issue. But again, I don't have the opportunity to say this stuff to you. You didn't even introduce yourself to me. You didn't. Like he said, she said, right?
Yeah.
So where are we at with this?
I wanna press charges.
Well, she wants to press charges.
I don't wanna press charges on her, I wanna press charges on that gang.
No, but she wants to press charges against you. So do I arrest you and take you to the station in handcuffs? Is that where I'm at? I need to know. Can this be resolved some other way?
How?
Without you being arrested, without me arresting one of them? Like this is where I'm at.
So
I'm
what-
trying to
what
keep
are
the
my
peace.
choices?
I'm trying to explain it to you. I'm trying to keep the peace, but you're so aggravated right
No,
now.
I'm asking you to explain.
Well,
to me
I'm
these
trying to
choices. You're
explain
the
it.
one that's getting aggravated, not me.
Because you don't let me talk. Because as soon as I walked in here, you got aggressive with me. You even admitted that you were aggressive with me.
No, I didn't.
Did he not? Yes. She was standing here. I just want to make this somehow work so everyone's happy.
Mhm.
I'm trying to keep the peace,
Mhm.
right? Without anyone getting a criminal record.
They have
With
a
anyone
permit
getting
to
a
be
court
out
there.
there?
Yeah, they do.
I think it was just kind of like there were so many steps along the way that made this become a bigger deal. So like
I 100% agree with you.
I think
I
that-
think what
And, you know,
from
and just-
their side of the story, what happened,
Right,
again, from their side,
yeah.
and I will let you explain your side in a second, okay? And I will let you explain your side in a second, okay? And I will let you explain your side in a second, okay? Their side of the story is she's there to prevent cars from going south. That's what her is. So
How come they're-
all these guys that got angry, all they heard was somebody almost hitting, right?
So.
And if it was your friend or somebody that you worked with and somebody, another guy, tried to hurt a female, allegedly, you would become instantaneously upset. And that's what that crew was. You would become instantaneously upset. And that's what that crew was. You would become instantaneously upset.
I have to ask you a question.
I'm-
And I
Yep.
know,
Yep.
are you done? Good.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you done? Good.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you done? Are you done? Good.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, what I found very threatening
Okay.
was the fact that the whole crew then came right up.
Yep.
They came right up and they were like inches.
Yep.
To a point where I had to step in between.
they were just all at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah,
And did
because
they?
no,
They didn't.
they didn't get me, and he asked them now to physically, but they were like.
No, and that's
you know,
not acceptable.
And it was actually
That's not acceptable
scary
either.
for me because
Right?
I felt.
That's not the impression I'm getting from you today.
Like, I
No,
can-
so just tell me that.
Like
So-
I came outside and there was one guy who was like, I don't know, he was much bigger than my mom, but he was in her face like baguette. Like,
Yeah,
just-
you know, it's just like, oh my God, and it was just like, I've not experienced that. Usually, right, if you have one or two, but when you see all of these guys coming over, a girl doesn't need, and I understand what you're saying, but as a woman, I don't need
No,
15 guys come, no.
But that's not what I'm saying,
I know.
that's what they've
I
expressed to
know,
me.
but that's how they all came. You don't need
Yeah.
15
No, I
guys
agree.
to
I
go
agree.
with one woman,
I agree.
and there's one man and one woman.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
don't need 15 guys around now,
Yeah.
especially, I'm not young, and you know what? For me to stand in between a guy
Well,
who's just saying, and he was like inches
It
from
was
his
weird. It
face,
was
he
weird.
was like
It was weird.
really inches.
I personally, I don't.
So I wanna play both, as an observer,
Yes.
because I saw, she was just all up in, and so she was not the, and
What did
as a
she say?
woman.
Did you overhear there, Nicole?
She was just like, this always happens to me, just kind of like running up and down the street, kind of just like screaming, being like I'm not gonna do this anymore, like just kind of like threatening to like leave the crew if they like weren't supporting her, and like I don't know,
So
like
it
I don't
sounds
know what
like
that
there's-
means, but it
Yeah, so it was really hard for me to then, she kept coming back, it's not like, woe is me, guys, you need to protect me, she was just like, she kept going at it
it
too,
was just
so.
a situation that wasn't
Yeah.
it wasn't like diffusing, it just kind of like would settle and then just
Well, it
build
sounds
back
like
up,
you,
and then
it sounds like ultimately you diffused it, is that correct?
Well, and the supervisor, because he got them off, but I had to, just like, they needed to get off, because there
Yes.
needed to be a
Space.
separate,
Yeah.
plus there were so many of them, and there was just Ray
Right.
and me, so, it just,
It's just us two.
it was just us two, and I'm thinking, I don't need 6-foot
Oh,
guys
it's
telling,
a scary situation, for sure.
So,
So where are we at? I'm trying to figure this out the best way I can.
but the thing is, for you to then say, you know what, you need to arrest him, I'm telling you, that's tough.
No, and I don't agree with that. I'm not, and I'm trying, what did I say? I'm trying
No,
to
I just-
avoid that,
okay,
right?
okay.
I'm trying to avoid that. I have no intent,
Yeah.
like,
Sorry.
you just want to have it be like resolved and
well, so this, I got two stories, right? Like, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to handle this.
Mhm.
To make you happy, to make them happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does it, be honest with you, to arrest somebody, it's pretty simple. But do I wanna take someone's liberty away for, if it can be resolved another way? Absolutely not, right? Like, I don't want someone to go through getting fingerprinted and photographed and a court date and, lawyers and like,
Yeah.
if it can be avoided, right? And I can tell you that you're amped up. I would be intimidated too if 15 guys came at me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to understand that
This
in
is
the
not the
eyes,
first
in
time
the-
this
in
is
the-
happening
okay,
either, right?
okay, but in the eyes of the law,
Mm-hmm.
an assault is done by an act or a gesture. Doesn't mean I have to hit you to assault you,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
If I look at you and I go like this, and you think that I have the ability to hurt you, that's an assault, okay?
Yep.
So, yes, you were. Ultimately, you were. If that's,
I was assaulted?
well, yeah, I would say
Why
so.
are you having such a hard time saying it?
Okay, so that's what I'm saying, right? So this is what my partner said. And then you turned and said, you said, I don't look like the type of guy. Now, that's not what my partner had said to you.
I think what happened was
There's
when
a
you came into the house and you said like you don't look like the type who was attacked. I think he took that kind of as like you already came in here with an opinion, like you already spoke to the other side, and I think
That's not
it
generally.
just started. I think it just
Yeah.
started it
Yeah.
off.
I think you
kind
hit
of,
the nail on the button
yeah,
there,
but Ray,
Nicole.
that's
I
not
think
our
that's why
job.
it just started off
Yeah.
kind of tense and.
But that's
yeah,
not our
no,
job,
no.
right? I mean, but again,
Like,
when you,
let's
the
just try to
second,
solve it,
Thank
and
you,
then
Nicole.
to be fair as well, the
Mhm.
second this door opened, you were at us when we came in. I was sworn by 20 people and attacked. You didn't even, officers, come in, this is what happened. But you were, and my partner
No,
was
I
just
said
like.
come in. I said come in.
It's just tense. Let's
I'm
just.
I don't want to
yeah.
talk to you about what happened about that. What's happening with this now?
I thought, oh, but I needed him not to point, because pointing gets people provoked,
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
And then it was just like, and he kept leaning in. That also does it for some people, right? So it's like, okay, and then eventually the supervisor came and I said, I had to say, as I said, get off the property. At least that would then push them
So there
back.
was no sign, she refused me access to where I needed to be, and then I was assaulted. So that's all I've got to say. If you wanna do something about that, go ahead. I would rather get to business if you don't mind, it's getting late.
Yeah, I'm good. If that's where we're at, I'm good.
Okay,
I'm good.
yeah.
I wish that it was,
Yeah, well, I'll see a lawyer tomorrow, that's
it was
fine.
different. No,
That's good.
you can absolutely.
Thank you. Is there a reference number for this?
Sure.
You can just say it.
206-2373.
206-2373.